Every year, in the United States alone, over 600,000 people are reported missing. This staggering number equates to more than 1,600 disappearances every single day, a figure so vast that it's almost incomprehensible to most people. While many of these cases are eventually resolved, with loved ones found safe or explanations uncovered, thousands slip through the cracks, vanishing without a trace, leaving behind a haunting silence that echoes through the lives of those left behind. The scale of this crisis is immense, but what makes it truly terrifying are the stories behind the statistics. Real-life disappearances that defy logic and explanation. People of all ages, backgrounds, and walks of life suddenly vanish, leaving families and communities shattered and desperate for answers. Some disappearances happen under seemingly ordinary circumstances. A teenager fails to come home after school. A mother disappears during a routine grocery run. A hiker sets off into the wilderness and is never seen again. In many cases, there are no witnesses, no clues, and no clear motives. Some victims leave behind cryptic messages or disturbing phone calls before they vanish. Others are last seen in places where they should have been safe. These disappearances happen in cities, suburbs, and remote rural areas alike, reminding us that nowhere is truly safe from the unknown. Among the thousands of unresolved cases are some that resemble scenes from nightmares. Stories of people found in remote, inaccessible locations, sometimes with strange injuries or exhibiting bizarre behavior prior to their disappearance. Others are suspected victims of abductions, but with no evidence or suspects ever identified. Theories abound, from foul play by unknown assailants to psychological breakdowns or even paranormal involvement. Yet, in nearly every case, the truth remains just out of reach. Law enforcement agencies work tirelessly to investigate these cases, but the enormity of the problem often overwhelms their resources. Many disappearances become cold cases, filed away with hopes that new evidence might someday emerge. For families, the waiting is agonizing. The uncertainty a constant torment that consumes their lives. Some hold on to hope for decades, while others are forced to accept the terrible unknown. The impact of these disappearances extends beyond the families directly involved. Entire communities feel the weight of the unknown. As disappearances sow fear and suspicion among neighbors, schools, workplaces, and towns are left grappling with the fear that the next person to vanish could be someone they know. Media coverage often highlights only the most sensational or high-profile cases, leaving countless others in obscurity. This epidemic of missing persons exposes a dark undercurrent beneath the surface of everyday life, a reminder of how fragile our sense of safety truly is. Behind every statistic is a real person with dreams, hopes, and loved ones, a life cut short or forever altered. These disappearances challenge us to confront the unknown, to seek truth in the face of mystery, and to remember that sometimes the most terrifying stories are the ones that remain untold. When we hear about missing persons, we often think of isolated incidents, but the reality is that this crisis affects every corner of the country. It is a silent tragedy unfolding daily, rarely making headlines, but deeply felt by those left behind. It serves as a chilling reminder that even in a world brimming with technology and surveillance, people can still disappear, lost in the shadows where answers are scarce and fear reigns. As you listen to stories of disappearances and unsolved mysteries, remember these are not just tales, but ongoing realities. They demand awareness, compassion, and action. In the vast expanse of this nation, amidst the noise and chaos, there is a quiet, unsettling truth. Thousands of people are missing, and their stories remain unfinished, waiting for resolution or closure that may never come.